Oh, there we go. All right, we should be good
New
now.
severe thunderstorm
I
warning.
think we're good now. All right, I think we got the audio now. Let me check.
Should be good now.
Hopefully. All right, there we go. All right, so apologies everyone. Apparently our mics were not working. So we had some technical difficulties. We are back. Okay, let's run through this here. So we'll run through this here yet again. We do have a severe weather event unfolding here. Um, I do want to mention briefly down in Kansas, there is a tornado warning. A couple of tornado warnings on this storm over Lincoln and Ellsworth, Kansas. That is in a tornado risk down there. So if you have any folks in central Kansas today, be sure and let them know about that, as there is pretty nasty weather going on there. Then in the far northeastern corner of Colorado, there is a confirmed tornado over Fleming and Daly, St. Petersburg areas. So if you are in those areas, please be taking cover. There's a pretty nasty storm there with a tornado signature there. Um, so be taking shelter in those areas. Western Nebraska and in the Panhandle of Nebraska, we do have that severe thunderstorm watch, as well as in western and central South Dakota. Does include Rapid City, Pierre, Winter, Mulbridge areas. Let's go ahead and read this severe thunderstorm watch for you here. Um, Again, this is for northeast Colorado, western Nebraska, and then western and central South Dakota. In effect until 8 o'clock Mountain Time tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And again, the threats include large hail, possible up to 2 inches in diameter, and then we have damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour is possible on any of these storms. And here's the synopsis. Thunderstorms forming in western South Dakota. They will spread east throughout the rest of this afternoon into the evening hours, posing the risk for that wind and hail threat. Um, and again, thunderstorms can occasionally do produce tornadoes, but the tornado risk is slim to none at this point. And then we also have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings that we can get to here. Just south of Rapid City. Let's go ahead and bring this up. We also have Braden in here with us to bring us help here with this live. And there's your severe thunderstorm, and it's right over Custer right now. If you're in Custer, experiencing, I'm sure, very heavy rainfall as well as some hail. And also southeast of Custer, we do have this new severe thunderstorm warning, which now we're going to get to. This goes out until 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 5:30 Central. This is for northeastern Custer County and southwestern South Dakota, south central Pennington County, and west central South Dakota. Severe thunderstorm located over southeastern Custer State Park, 7 miles east of Custer, moving east at 50 miles per hour, with 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail possible with this storm. And obviously the threats, possible hail damage to vehicles, also possible wind damage to roof, siding, and trees on this storm. And so if you are in Hermosa, Fairburn, Hayward, State Game Lodge, Mount Rushmore, National Memorial, Eastern Custer State Park, Folsom, Thompson, Butte, Caputa, Farmingdale, and Railroad Buttes, anywhere in those areas here out west near the Black Hills region, please be taking cover and seeking a safe spot. Yeah, it's a dangerous storm here, and it's going to push east-northeastward towards Hermosa. If you're in Fairburn, if you're in Hermosa, anywhere around these areas, please be taking cover. Braden, you got anything?
I just wanted to note on this new warning, the precautionary preparedness actions on the warning says, quote, "This storm is producing large quantities of hail. Driving through deep hail is like driving on slushy roads. Slow down and do not brake suddenly." So this storm must be producing a lot of hail for them to go ahead and put that inside the severe thunderstorm warning.
Okay.
So
All right, thanks for that. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are giving everybody here a severe weather update. We do have some tornado warnings. We got one in northeastern Colorado there. We got one down in central Kansas. That is obviously just outside of our coverage area. Again, if those of you wondering, our coverage area consists of South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, and let's go ahead and talk about a couple of other warnings that we need to get to. This one down near Hastings, Nebraska. This one might have a little bit of a hook feature as well on this, kind of right in here. Possible hook feature. We'll keep an eye on it, but this is close to that tornado risk, so we'll keep an eye on it. But it had a severe thunderstorm warning on it. It looks like it just allowed to expire. It looks like it just expired. So this one is below severe limits now. That's the one in south central Nebraska. Let's go ahead and go into Iowa. There is a severe thunderstorm warning just east of the Des Moines area, kind of over New Sharon and Montezuma areas there, with a line of thunderstorms from Brooklyn down to about Oskaloosa. And this severe thunderstorm warning is in effect here until, let's see, this goes out until, until 5:15. This is for, sorry, I might be botching these county names here. I'll do my best. Poweshiek, northern.
Poweshiek?
Yeah, yep, northern Mahaska and east central Jasper counties. Severe thunderstorm located near Barnes City, or how do you say it? Is in Montezuma?
Montezuma, yeah.
Yeah, moving east at 30, and this one has 60-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. So if you're in Grinnell, Montezuma, Brooklyn, New Sharon, Victor, Malcolm, Deep River, Barnes City, Layton, Searsboro, Hartwick, and Guernsey. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Again, 60-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-sized hail associated with that storm. So dangerous storm there, moving into a couple of communities there. So please be taking cover. And we'll keep an eye on that one. But going back here out west, so again, we have this severe thunderstorm watch, which is in effect until 8 p.m. Central Time. So another 3 hours, just over 3 hours until that expires, and then 9 p.m. Central. Does include Pierre, Chamberlain, Rapid City, Winter, Mulbridge areas. As you can see, that area is shaded in blue there. That is where we have the severe thunderstorm watch. And then the severe thunderstorm warning, which again is just south of the Rapid City area, is where we got some bad weather. And there also was a severe thunderstorm warning a little bit earlier over Kyle, South Dakota, and that one was allowed to expire a little bit ago. So good news there. We just got to deal with this one storm here on the South Dakota side of things, where this one is a pretty strong storm. Now, looking at the velocity, we're not seeing a whole lot with this at the current moment, but we'll just keep an eye on it. It's certainly possible that any severe thunderstorm could spin up a tornado, but it is not looking likely. There's not really a tornado threat, at least on the South Dakota side of things, but we'll keep an eye on things. Braden, you got anything new to share? I'm going to go and try to look for maybe some pictures, see if we can find any pictures of anything.
I have nothing as of right now. I've just been trying to monitor everything around here, try to check out velocities on this Custer storm, and I'm not really seeing much of anything other than when I do look at some of our radar products, I do see where they could be saying that there's a lot of hail in this cell. So
yeah, there was also an update 10 minutes ago from the National Weather Service down in Omaha. Figured we'd just mention this. They say a few strong to severe storms have developed off to the west and southwest, With more expected in the coming hours, the highest chances for severe weather will be within 2 to 3 counties of the Nebraska-Kansas border, and just saying to keep an eye out on things later. So that's across
Yeah.
southern Nebraska there. With
Yeah.
that.
Another thing I think we should mention is, since we are doing, we are partnered up with Puget Speedway. Just a little bit of an update on what's happening over there at the racetrack.
Yep. Yep.
I'm seeing rain showers up to the north, and there is light rain showers off to the west that have just started to develop. They
Let's
it's
talk
kind
about
of
it here.
hard to tell if these are going to be just little pop-ups, because these are over in and Turner and Lincoln counties, but it's hard to tell at this moment if those will come towards the track. But we're going to keep a little bit more of an eye on it as the night progresses along.
Yep. So a lot of people wondering about that, wondering about the Sioux Falls area, what to expect over the next several hours, and that's kind of what we're looking at. There could be some rain developing later, but it's not looking super likely at this point. Compared to what we saw over the last couple of days, where there was more of a significant shot at storm development and across the Sioux Falls area, but it does look like at this point things will hopefully pan out for those trying to make it out to Huset's tonight. Should be on board. It should be a go. But we'll continue to give you guys updates as we get them, and we'll keep you guys updated if anything develops near that Sioux Falls area. But yeah, as of now, things are looking a lot better than they did 24 hours ago. Where it really looked like there was going to be some storms popping up near Sioux Falls, and didn't look like Houston's was going to happen. But there is definitely hope now, and again, we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll keep everyone updated on that. And I do want to mention too, we do have some new cells kind of developing just west of Pierre and heading towards the general direction of Pierre. Within the last 15 minutes or so, there's been some cells developing. I do want to mention that. So, and that is in an environment where it is under a severe thunderstorm watch. So we're just gonna keep a close eye on that. There also is a tornado risk today, but it is much farther south. It is down, in northern Oklahoma into Kansas, and then into northwest Missouri, southern Iowa, and then southeastern corner of Nebraska there, just south of Lincoln. There is a technical tornado risk according to the SPC. Now, I do want to get to this as well. For those of you wondering about possible severe weather the next few days, we've been talking about that. I do want to show a few of the severe weather outlooks. Now, let me take everything off here so we can have a better picture, because the radar picture is kind of messy right now. Let me fix that here. Let's see. Try to get that here. But basically, we're going to show all of these severe weather outlook maps. And Braden, do you have anything more on these severe thunderstorms? I seen they did extend that severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Iowa there. They did extend that severe thunderstorm warning. Do want to mention that briefly. It does include North English, Williamsburg areas in effect now until 5:30. Northern Keokuk County in southeastern Iowa, and western Iowa County in east central Iowa there. Quad Cities issued the severe thunderstorm warning in effect now, moving east at 30 miles per hour, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail associated with that storm. So let's go ahead and show the severe weather outlook. That was for today, and then we'll run through the next few days with that. And again, for those of you wondering, a lot of people wonder about the Sioux Falls area. There is I'd say 20 to 30% chance of storms at this point, but again, it's not looking as strong as it was before. There is nothing yet, just some rain showers northwest of Sioux Falls, but we'll keep an eye on things as we get them. Let's see here, radar. So this is your day one outlook. So we have the enhanced and moderate risk of severe weather for central Kansas there. Does include Wichita area. That is the worst of it. And then you go farther north into Nebraska. We have that slight risk of severe weather. And then it does include South Dakota here. It actually goes up in North Dakota. But central South Dakota here and western South Dakota with that slight risk of severe weather from Pierre, Chamberlain, Winter, Mulbridge, just west of Aberdeen, just east of Rapid City, Pine Ridge areas, all in this slight risk zone for large hail and strong winds. Sioux Falls, Rapid City, Aberdeen, Watertown, all in the marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 there, for just some general thunderstorms with possible 60-mile-an-hour winds and small hail in that marginal risk. So Sioux Falls area, again, we'll keep an eye on the Sioux Falls area, but for now, that area is in the clear for now. But we'll keep an eye on things the rest of this afternoon and into the evening hours. And again, with Huset's going on this evening, as of right now, things are looking good. Now let's go to tomorrow, and let's bring up the risk map for tomorrow. And the risk shifts south. Nebraska, southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and north central Kansas in that slight risk zone, level 2 out of 5 there. Tornado risk, let's take a look. I don't believe it's super high at this point. Yeah, I mean, there's a 2% tornado risk, so it's not 0, but there is a tornado risk. It's a pretty broad area too. It does include the Sioux City area, so we will be keeping a close eye on it. It is for portions for our Nebraska and Iowa viewers in our coverage area. It does include parts of northwest Iowa and Sioux City areas and most of Iowa there and majority of Nebraska. And that is for tomorrow. Let's bring back the outlook here. And so you can see Sioux Falls is in southeastern South Dakota is in the marginal risk there, as well as southwest Minnesota and Iowa. All of Iowa is in that severe weather risk tomorrow. Majority of Nebraska there in that slight risk. So there is a chance of severe weather tomorrow, but much like today, for the Sioux Falls area, once again a marginal risk. So nothing major, and that is good news. Then we go to day 3, and this we're a little bit more concerned about this. This is for Tuesday, and just east of Sioux Falls is where we have the marginal risk there. Marginal risk does include Vermilion, Sioux Center, Worthington, Marshall, Minnesota, Redwood Falls, up to St. Cloud, and then the slight risk for the Twin Cities area, and then much of northwest Iowa, they're in that slight risk. Spencer, Cherokee, Lamar, Sheldon, Sioux City, all those areas in that slight risk for tomorrow. Also down into Omaha and Lincoln. And then we do have that enhanced risk, which is for much of Iowa for Tuesday. Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, all these areas in Iowa. And parts of southeastern Minnesota, Rochester included there, for that enhanced risk. And that is the level 3 out of 5. That is when you start getting into that orange color and start getting into the level 3, 4, 5, that is when, we're looking at more of a significant severe weather day. And, all modes are going to be on the table on Tuesday, unfortunately. Risk of large hail, strong damaging wind gusts, and tornadoes all will be possible on Tuesday. But, again, Not everybody's going to get impacted by this, but again, that is your risk for Tuesday. And then day 4 through 8. Let's talk about this. On days 4 through 8, we get kind of a break. It kind of just goes much farther south, and then day 5 is farther south down into Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas areas. And then your day 6, we get kind of a break. And so that is about it for the severe weather parameters there. Let's do one more recap here of this current ongoing weather and severe weather that we have going on. Let me pull that up. And then we'll jump off here. Don't want to waste too much of everyone's time, but we do need to talk about some of this stuff. Let me pull back up the watches here. Alright, one more look here. Rapid City area. Rapid City is not in this severe weather area. It's just south of Rapid City. We do have that severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, this is Hermosa area, moving into Keystone and Hermosa there. And it's moving east-northeast at about, let's see, moving east at about 50 miles per hour. So this thing is wasting no time. It is moving fairly quickly. In effect until 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 5:30 Central, northeastern Custer and south central Pennington counties there, 18 miles south of Rapid City. 60-mile-an-hour winds, penny-sized hail associated with this storm. And the storm is producing large quantities of hail. It says driving through deep hail is like driving on slushy roads. Slow down and do not brake suddenly. So just a message there from the National Weather Service there in Rapid City. We do have other storms going on near Kyle, South Dakota, Badlands area. We have another cell that developed just southeast of Wall, and we also have another one up here in between Phillip and Dupree. We have a thunderstorm there that is moving towards the general direction of Pierre. So if you're in the Pierre area, you're not in the clear, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch, and there's a thunderstorm now that is making its way towards the general direction. Western Nebraska, also under the severe thunderstorm watch. No severe warnings on the Nebraska side of things at this time, which is good news, but we'll keep an eye on things. That tornado warning that was in northeastern Colorado, that has been allowed to expire, so that's good news there. Just got that severe thunderstorm warning that continues with some large hail. 60 golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds with that one. That is in northeastern corner of Colorado there. And then in Kansas, if you got folks in central Kansas, be sure to let them know about this severe weather. There is a tornado warning that is in central Kansas if you're east of Hayes. And so that's the latest here from the T-Storm Chasers. Again, we'll have more updates as we get them. And we'll continue to provide updates on tonight's race at Huset's as we are now partnered up with them. And again, we'll continue to give you guys more updates as we get them. And again, be sure to follow us on all of our socials and also on the YouTube channel for the live 24-hour weather channel that we have exclusive. And then we'll continue to provide updates as we get them. Thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot to us. Stay safe out there, and you all have a wonderful night.